This is Mindy Mom, and I'm sorry that it's so dark, but it is dark because it is 6:22 in the morning and I just finished a workout. Actually, my first workout class, like strength training, rigorous workout since my surgery. I had surgery on June 20th. It is now August 28th, so it's a little over 2 months. I was cleared for exercise a few weeks back, and I just have not jumped back into it besides walking. Some of that was just anxiety, and some of it was just scheduling. I just couldn't fit it in. So finally, I said to myself this week, you know what? I just need to get one done. I need to get one under my belt. Stop worrying about, should I do boot camps or should I try yoga or Pilates, even though that's not really my thing. And I just was like overthinking it. And what I really needed to do was just get back on the horse. You know, I just needed to get one under my belt and kind of see where I am. So that's what I did. My schedule was probably not going to permit me to go another time. So I made it a priority to get up this morning and come to the 5:30 boot camp class. I had to make quite a lot of modifications. Boot camp is kind of like a HIIT class, high intensity interval training. I did have to make quite a few modifications. But that's okay. I made it through and I've got one under my belt, and I feel like that's kind of like, you know, going to help me moving forward. I feel like the first one's probably the hardest. I definitely noticed that I am really weak in my core, which is to be expected. I had a hysterectomy and I had, you know, abdominal surgery, which causes, you know, trauma internally. And even though on the outside I look fine, on the inside, you know, that's a lot for my body to go through. So I'm just going to have to be patient, give my body time to get stronger and finish healing. I also remember how much I like to get up early if I can. It's one of those things where I'm a morning person, but I don't like to get out of bed. But once I'm out of bed, I'm always glad that I'm out of bed and up and around. And it's something that I've been thinking about, you know, trying to get myself up earlier every morning and kind of get myself up before the rest of my household is up, and give myself a few minutes maybe to have a sip of coffee, do some prayer time, get myself ready for the day so that after I take the kids to school, like, I'm ready to go start my day. I don't have to go back home and take a shower and get dressed and do my hair. Like, all of that stuff is done. I don't have to go back home and do a bunch of stuff if I'm going to work, or if I am going back home, I can jump right into my to-do list. That being said, you know, I don't think 5 a.m. is going to be an everyday thing for me, but, you know, I think once a week it is not unfeasible for me to get up and come to a 5:30 class. And then the rest of the week, it's not out of the realm of possibilities for me to get up at, like, you know, 6 or 6:30, just ahead of my family, and give myself that time so I can have a breath in the morning and not feel so rushed. But anyway, that's a long introduction to tell you guys that I'm going to do what I eat in a day. Today, I am eating 1,700 calories, and that is a deficit for me. And maintenance calories for me are 2,000 calories. I get a lot of questions about how I figured that out, how I came up with my maintenance calories, how I came up with my deficit calories, how I can eat so many calories and still lose weight. And the short answer is, last spring I did a ton of research about metabolism, and I worked really hard to kind of heal my metabolism back to where it was before I started dieting. That all of the dieting had made my metabolism adapt to the point where I was actually taking in much fewer calories and my body just wasn't burning as much, because it basically thought that's all it was getting. So I worked hard to do some research and do some guesswork, you know, and do some experimenting with my calorie intake until I got it to the point where it's at. I'm going to do a full video about that and try to give a longer explanation next week. I'm going to try to give like a full explanation of how I started to research metabolism and why I eat the calories that I do, and how I, you know, came upon this, and why I switched, you know, from Weight Watchers to counting calories. I'm going to do all of that in another video, but that's the short version. It's just that it's what's working for me now, and it feels much less restrictive. So my calorie goal for the day is 1,700 calories. I'm going to take you along with me. Right now, I'm just working on a huge glass of water, and I did make my coffee and put it in my Yeti before I left, so I can sip on that on the way home, and then I'll show you what I'm going to have for breakfast. Okay, you guys, I just walked in the door, and I'm going to have one of these pineapple coconut Greek yogurts. I got these from Aldi. They're 130 calories, 3 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein, and it does have sugar in it. I'm not super worried about that. In fact, I want something with a little bit of sugar because I'm feeling just a little bit queasy after my workout. Not like I'm going to be really sick, but it's not uncommon for me to feel that way when I work out without anything on my stomach, and I just got out of the house without having something. So I'm going to have this for now and hop in the shower and get ready, and then I'll probably have something, you know, a little more substantial in a little bit. Breakfast today is sort of this like egg scramble. Last week I made some black bean and corn salsa type stuff. I was inspired to do this by Carrie over at Weight Watchers with Carrie. She was doing something kind of similar, but it's almost gone. 2 ears of corn that I cooked and then took the corn off the cob, and then a can of black beans drained and rinsed, and then a little bit of salsa and some of the Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning, and it's been in the fridge, and I've been eating it on salads and in wraps, and I just threw some in the skillet to warm it up, and then I threw in an egg, and I usually put a couple of teaspoons or so of sour cream in my eggs now when I scramble them, just makes them fluffy. And then I put just 1 tablespoon, which is only half a serving of this jar queso. So I'm going to enjoy that and then probably have a little bit of watermelon too. So I'm going to eat that while I get dinner in the crock pot before I leave, and then I'll show you guys what I'm packing for my lunch. Okay, you guys, I am packing my lunch today. Sorry, the bread maker's going in the background. That's what that noise is. I'm packing my lunch today, and this is a serving of leftover cream cheese chicken chili. I made this last night. This is a tried and true recipe for us, and you'll see that in my What's for Dinner video this week. I'm doing a week of like really easy crock pot meals because I'm really busy in the evenings and don't have time to do a lot of cooking at night. So everything's got to go in the crock pot for us to have homemade meals this week. So that's a serving. And when I plugged in all the ingredients for this, the way I make it, it's like 300 calories a serving, which is not very much. And I'm taking half a serving of tortilla chips to put on top of that. And then I just wasn't sure what I would want as far as snacks and stuff go. I've already had some watermelon, so I'm not going to take any more fruit. But I'm going to take this light string cheese. I'm going to take a Built Bar. This is the chocolate flavor. I'm going to take a mini bag of popcorn in case I want that in the afternoon. And then I'm going to take, there's only half a serving of these little Bamba peanut puffs left. So I'm going to take those too. I don't know that I'll eat all that. I have the calories for it if I want to, but you know, I'm just kind of taking some options because I'm not really sure what I'm feeling right now. So I'll have some options for later, but this is going to be my lunch. And since I did eat breakfast today, I don't really need a huge lunch because I ate something when I got home. So I'll check in a bit. Hey, you guys, forgive my crazy hair. I was trying something different. I was styling it today, and believe it or not, it was curly this morning. This is how humid it's been today, and it's like perfectly straight. Anyhow, I went ahead and plugged in all of my calories for the day. I did not eat the Built Bar or the popcorn that I took, but I ate my lunch, my soup with the tortilla chips, and I ate the string cheese, and I ate, there's something else I took. Oh, the puffs, the peanut butter puff thingies. So when I plugged all that in, I still had about 750 calories left for dinner, and I am making a soup tonight. It is called cracked out chicken noodle soup or cracked chicken noodle soup or something like that. I made it last year. It was delicious. That'll be in my What's for Dinner video. And if you think you don't have time to cook, watch my What's for Dinner video this week because we are having a lot of evenings that are very busy. As it turns out, I would have been able to tonight, but that's because I actually couldn't go to the thing that I was supposed to go to tonight. Originally, I had to go to a meeting tonight, and I couldn't make it because I have the kids and Daniel has to work late. Anyhow, all of the meals that I'm making this week are like dump it in the crock pot in the morning and it's ready when you get home. So if you are looking for ideas for that or you have a busy week coming up, please, please, please check out my What's for Dinner video, which will go up on Sunday because they're 3 of my favorite crock pot chicken soup recipes, different kinds. So anyway, tonight I'm having that. It is kind of like a chicken noodle soup with some veggies and cream cheese and stuff in it as well. It will cost me about 375 calories as I calculated it. And I also made some bread in the bread maker, and that with a little bit of butter will be 225 calories. And I'm not sure where that leaves me. I think I still have like 150 calories or something like that for the day. So I'll probably pop back on here and have a little something before bedtime, but that's what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. All right, you guys, end of the night, I'm going to enjoy a cup of tea. This is the Bigelow Orange and Spice Tea. It's caffeine free. I have 1 packet of stevia in here as well, and then this is 12 ounces of water from the Keurig. And I'm drinking it out of my wishful thinking cup. It's wishful thinking that it's fall. It's not really yet, but I thought this cup was so cute, and I got it at Home Goods, oversized coffee mug. And I'm going to have 1 of these Snickers creamy peanut butter little squares. There's 4 in a package. And they are, it's 200 calories for 2, so it's 100 calories for 1. So I'm just going to have 1 of them and then put the others back in the freezer. I've been enjoying these. And this is one of those examples where counting calories really works in my favor because this is probably not something I could have worked into Weight Watchers via points. But when I'm counting calories, 100 calories is pretty easy for me to work in. And I have the calories here at the end of the day. I'm going to be really close to 1,700, maybe like minus 75 calories or something like that. As far as what I have left over, I may have like 75 calories or something, but that's going to close out my day, you guys. So thanks so much for watching. Give this a thumbs up, especially if you want to keep seeing these what I'm eating videos. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll check in with you guys very soon. Lots of content coming up in the next week, and I'll be doing my August weight loss recap here in about a week or so and let you know how I'm doing with my weight loss. So thanks so much for stopping by. Good night.